Good evening, and welcome to tonight's edition of Missing. I'm your host, Carrie Cleveland. It's not often that we hear about mothers running away to escape reality, but that is what many believe happened to Seattle resident Bernadette Fox. Tonight on Missing, we sit down and talk to those closest to Bernadette in hopes of finding answers about her disappearance. Did this self-proclaimed recluse run away? Or was she kidnapped from her home? Listen to these stories, and you decide. 20 years ago, Bernadette Fox was at the cutting edge of green design before such a thing existed. Her most famous work, the 20-Mile House in Los Angeles, was a sort of different project with all materials sourced from within a 20-mile radius. After the bad things happened between her and the neighbor with whom she shared a driveway, Bernadette abandoned architecture and fled north to Seattle along with her husband, Elgin Branch. Elgin, a genius working at Microsoft on a robot featured in the fourth most watched TED Talk ever, loves the new Seattle culture, but not Bernadette. She holds up in the decrepit former Catholic school for wayward girls that they buy but never renovate, and she rants and raves about five-way intersections, slow drivers, Canadians, women who don't dye their hair, and especially the parents at her daughter's private school, whom she calls Nats. Despite her negativity towards the Seattle culture, Bernadette has an endearing relationship with her 15-year-old daughter, Bea, who was born with a congenital heart defect that required multiple surgeries to correct. When Bea requests a family trip to Antarctica as the long-promised reward for her straight A's on her report cards, reclusive Bernadette can't refuse. But as travel plans proceed, Bernadette falls prey to an internet scam and gets into an alarming, escalating battle with a disapproving neighbor, who's also a parent at Gaylor Street. Her husband, Elgin, resorts to drastic measures to try to get her psychiatric help. That is where we find our story. That is where we find ourselves asking, where'd you go, Bernadette? Do you think this will take long? I kind of have a lot to do over at the Gaylor Street School. I have a lot of the fundraising and organizing to get to. Okay, thank you. Well, my name is Audrey Griffin. My son's name is Kyle. He goes to Gaylor Street, and unfortunately, I'm neighbors with the Branches. Yes. I wouldn't necessarily say that there's good blood between us, considering her horrific blackberry bushes ruined the parent fundraiser event that we were having at my home. Can you believe the audacity of that woman putting a huge Oh, okay. Excuse me. While I do feel for the family, I don't want to be involved. I haven't seen the woman. I wouldn't know anything about it. Am I done? I need to pick up Kyle. I think the principal just called. Any more questions? No? No? Can I leave? Am I done? Has my name been cleared? Thank you. Hello. My name is Manuela Kapoor. I worked for an internet company based from my hometown, my home country. I know Mrs. Branch. Mrs. Fox. Not very well, as we have only talked to one another via, via the internet. Uh, uh, she hired me to. She don't like to really go out into the public, so she hired me to book her flights, to order her medicine, to get her financial situation in order. She gave me her banking account information, her routing number, her debit card number. Uh, uh, I work 40 hours a week for 75 cents an hour, uh, at $30 a week. Yes. I didn't know that she was missing. I didn't know. I just stopped getting emails. I had no idea. You'll have to forgive my tardiness. I just got back from a run. My name is Elgin Branch. I work for Microsoft. I'm a corporate VP. Um, Actually, you might know me from my TED Talk. That was yes, very good. Microsoft has been very good to me. Very good to me. And yeah, I love working for Microsoft. But enough about me and Microsoft. Um, I'm terribly distraught about my wife, Bernadette. You see, when we told our daughter B that she could have whatever she wanted if she made good grades all through Gaylor Street, we never expected her to pick to go to Antarctica. I mean, come on. Antarctica? Really? But that's our daughter, B. I'm really upset about my wife's disappearance. I'm really upset. And I'm really upset she had to find out things that, well, I'm just really upset. Uh, Bernadette is an agoraphobic. Um, I can't tell you the last time we went out on a date. She just doesn't like to be in crowds or be around people. So I can't see Bernadette really running away because that's just really not what she does. She hates to go to the grocery store. And that time I saw her in Seattle picking up medicine at that gross, gross pharmacy, or that's what you want to call it, some holistic, I don't know. But when she picked up that medicine and she saw me with my fellow executives, she was very shocked and surprised, as was I. I think that's where it all started to go downhill, when she tried to get the medicine for her seasickness. I just don't know what to do. She used to be such a great wife, and we were in love, but I wouldn't say that now.
Hi, I'm Sulin Lee Segal. Um, I don't really know Bernadette very well, um, but I've been working with Elgin Branch with Microsoft for a while now. Uh, and of course, our children go to Gaylor Street School together, or they did go. Um, Elgin, I don't see how he's with her or why. I mean, Bernadette is she's just different. I don't think that woman ever leaves her house. I mean, and her daughter's got that condition, and poor Elgin, he's just so stressed all the time. I just feel so sorry for him. He's the sweetest man, and I think he would do anything for anybody, and I just don't see. I just love Elgin. What? Did I say that out loud? I mean, love, like, I love, carrots. I love the beach, but I don't have emotions for Elgin Brent by no means. No, no. But I haven't seen his wife at all. Such a shame. Yeah. So I have to get back to the office. Have a meeting with Elgin. I mean, with some of the executives. Any more questions?
Now that you've had the opportunity to hear from those surrounding the investigation of Bernadette's disappearance, it's time for you to decide. Did Bernadette Fox run away, as many believe? Or did one of our guests have something to do with her disappearance? Regardless of what happened, until she is found, we will continue to ask, where'd you go, Bernadette? Thank you for joining us tonight on Missing. I'm Carrie Cleveland.